Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I've used Insta360 Ace Pro 2 more than 4 months. I used in Dubai, I traveled to Japan, and it's time for me to share my real thoughts on it. Just to let you know, I bought this camera with my own money. Today I will share the top 10 features I like most and the top 10 I didn't. First, let's unbox it and then dive into the review. This is an 8K AI-powered action camera. The combo I bought includes dual batteries, but there are other combo options available. On the side of the box, new Windguard for clearer audio. It says 2.5-inch flip touch screen, flow state stabilization, and 360-degree horizon lock. It's waterproof up to 12 meters and has AI-powered auto editing. This side is blank for me for now. On the other side of the box, it says 1/1.3-inch 8K sensor and Leica lens. Dual AR chip for superior image quality, leading low light performance, active HDR video at 4K 60 FPS, 150-degree wide angle capture. Let's open the box. This side of the box was not readable. Let's look at this side as well. It says 1 spare battery, standard magnetic mount, microphone cap, Type-C cable, and user guides. When we open the box, a USB cable and user manuals. There are also some stickers which we'll never use, a spare strip for lens, a magnetic mount, a spare microphone cap in order to use underwater. When I remove the camera, there is one more battery. Inside there are 2 batteries. Here's the camera itself, wrapped in protective film. Let's remove the films. Magnetic mount can fit into the place nicely and it holds very strong. Pressing those 2 buttons will let screen flip. Screen rotates smoothly and allows you to see yourself when vlogging. The battery is removable. Here is the SD card slot and USB-C port, which is clever design to separate battery and the SD card slot. Let's power it on. The biggest changes are the wind guards. It is metal outside and foam inside for better audio. And with dual AI chip, this camera can shoot 8K and it is waterproof up to 12 meters. This camera has high field of view, more than most action cameras. Action mode, the widest angle, and look how much it captures, even my finger is visible in the shot. Mega mode is slightly narrower, ideal for cityscapes. Ultra is for hiking or mountain climbing. Warp is for vlogging or skiing, and linear is the narrowest with minimal distortion. Even in linear mode, the angle is impressively wide. Stretch my arms out, still in frame. It supports up to 8K time-lapse recording in video format with crystal clear image quality, while also allowing you to capture interval time-lapses in photo format, even in RAW, at up to 50 megapixel resolution. This high resolution offers the flexibility to zoom in and create dynamic time-lapse sequences during post-production. Now, let's talk about the top 10 features I love. 1 is the microphone quality. Outstanding even in windy condition. The clever design of the new Windguard makes a difference during the windy conditions. You can get clearer audio with this new design. The Windguard is removable. Outside of the Windguard is metal, while inside they place foam to reduce wind noise. Finally, it is windy in Dubai now. I'm trying to show you how this Windguard works. At the moment, I'm talking directly to the camera and there is no external microphone and Windguard is on. I will be turning around. Can you hear my voice very well? But I will compare without the Windguard. Now I'm removing the Windguard. Yes, as you can see, I removed the Windguard. Sometimes it is necessary to use without the Windguard when it is rainy or when you want to use under the water. By the way, it's very easy to put it on and put it off. Very easy. Hope I don't lose it. It is not loose. It holds there very well. In case of underwater scenarios, you can remove the Windguard and replace with mic cap, which is useful for underwater use since foam absorbs water. With this camera, you may not need to use external microphone. Makes it easy to point and vlog without the hassle of monitoring audio levels or checking connectivity quality with the external microphones. You can connect your Bluetooth microphone, even Dji Mic 2 and Mic Mini, or even you can connect your motorcycle intercom or AirPods. It has dual audio recording feature where you can mix the audios during the editing process and you can decide which one to use later. When you're using a Bluetooth microphone like Dji Mic G, you can also record your voice with the internal microphone, and at the pause you can decide which one to use. 2. Rotatable screen. The screen is larger and more user-friendly than the front displays found on other action cameras, making it ideal for vlogging. You can easily frame yourself. Its flexibility also lets you adjust the camera to various angles. Whether you are shooting low-angle footage or mounting it on a bike, you can also position it on surfaces slightly angled for stable hands-free shooting without the need of carrying a tripod. It is not ideal, but if you're in a pinch, you can even hold it with your lips to capture a POV shot. Dashcam mode. You can use it as a fully functional dashcam. Simply plug it into your car Type-C port. When the ignition on, it starts recording, and when the ignition's off, it stops. Set the camera to loop mode so it automatically deletes unnecessary files, keeping only the most recent recording. 4. Touchscreen. It feels like using a smartphone touchscreen, similar to an iPhone. It's highly responsive and impressively bright, making the display easy to see even in the direct sunlight. 5. Pause recording. No other action camera brand offers this feature. You can pause recording and resume later, or even stop recording and continue on the same file. You can also select specific parts of long video to create shorter clips directly in the camera. This feature saves your valuable time by reducing the need for post-editing. 6. Power bank. You can use this camera as a power bank to charge other devices such as your phone or another action camera. I'm not sure how much power this beast can deliver to your phone, but it is a handy option to have in an emergency. 7. Color profiles. While GoPros offer 3 color profiles and Osmo action cameras provide 2, Insta360 Ace Pro 2 takes it further with 10 color profiles, 2 of which are developed by Leica. One of them is Leica Vivid and another one is the Leica Standard. This gives you more creative flexibility and reduces the need for time-consuming color grading. And if you prefer to color grade your footage, you still have the iLog option. Plus, all 10 color profiles are available in both HDR and SDR shooting modes. 8. Mobile app. It offers better features among all action cameras, like you don't need a separate GPS device. Once connected, it uses your phone's GPS data, allowing you to add GPS info, maps, and speed overlays directly in the app. Another useful feature is license plate blurring, which helps prevent license plate numbers from being visible. While it's not flawless, it works well enough in most situations. 9. Stabilization. When I tested on an RC car over rough terrain, it maintained a steady horizon flawlessly. You can clearly see the car vibrating, but the camera stabilization remains unaffected. It's an ideal action cam for intense sports. The stabilization performs exceptionally well. There's one caveat though. Horizon balancing at 360 and 45 degrees is limited to maximum 30 fps. Even if you decrease the resolution, it is still limited to 30 fps. If you want to shoot at 60 fps or higher, horizon balancing isn't available even if you decrease the resolution to 2.7K. I really wish they had at least included 45 degrees horizon balancing at 60 fps or maybe 2.7K at 60 fps with horizon balancing. 10. Charging duration. Battery life isn't the strongest aspect, though it does recharge quickly, going from 0 to 80% in just 18 minutes and fully charging in 47 minutes with a supported 30-watt PD charger. Now let's dive into the cons. We started with the microphone. One of the cons is coming also microphone, which is an external microphone issue. It still lacks support of direct Type-C microphone connectivity. If you want to use your own external microphones, you will need to purchase a separate audio adapter. This is not only adds extra weight to the camera, but also makes the setup less practical, especially in action-packed scenarios. Plugging a Type-C microphone directly into the camera results in distorted audio. Dji Mic 2 and Mic Mini are the best options currently available. While they connect via Bluetooth and offer decent sound quality, is not perfect. Now I connected to Dji Mic 2 and it is a still windy condition, but as you can see Dji Mic 2 is very close to my mouth, so most probably you will get way much better sound quality with the Dji Mic 2 than the internal microphones of the camera. Using AirPods, however, results in very poor audio quality, definitely not recommended. 2. Battery life. The camera can record only up to 1 hour and 10 minutes at 4K 60 FPS, which is a common setting for action scenarios. Dropping the resolution to 180p 24 FPS extend the recording time to a claimed 3 hours. Overheating can be an issue depending on the resolution and the environment. In my indoor test, the camera lasted just 1 hour at 4K 60 FPS before shutting down due to overheating. Overheating is unlikely during high motion activities like kayaking, biking, or when mounted on a motorbike or car, as the airflow helps keep the camera cool. 3. Low light performance. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has introduced pure video mode, an AI-powered low light video enhancement feature. Essentially, what it does, it maximizes ISO, applies noise reduction, and uses AI to correct pixel data. While this approach works well for content aimed at platforms like Instagram and TikTok, where viewers primarily watch on mobile devices, the limitations become apparent on larger screens with noticeable artifacts in the sky, light inconsistencies, and choppy frame rendering. All action cameras may not fully deliver on their all-day, all-night claims, but at least they are taking innovative steps to tackle the challenges of low-light performance with such small sensors. 4. Slow startup. It takes nearly 3 seconds to actually start recording after you press the record button. It announces start recording, which makes you think it's already capturing, but there's a 2-3 second delay.
Start recording.
Hopefully this can be addressed with a future firmware update. 5. There is no option for 10-bit or HLG recording. It is 2025 and nearly all new cameras, including action cameras, now support 10-bit video and HLG. Yet the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 still lacks this feature. As a result, you may notice color banding, especially when shooting sunsets or other gradient-heavy scenes. The absence of 10-bit also limits flexibility on post-production for those aiming for higher-end results. While many casual users might not mind if they are not color grading, having HLG support will still be beneficial, especially for platforms like Instagram, where enhanced visuals help content stand out. Although you can export footage as 10-bit HDR or HLG through Insta360 mobile app, this option isn't available in the Insta Studio desktop app, and for users like me, editing on a phone just isn't practical at all. 6. Digital zoom quality. This camera was marketed as an 8K camera, with the idea that you could zoom into your footage without losing quality when editing in 4K. In theory, that's true, but in real-world use, I noticed that 2x zoom footage doesn't quite match the quality of unzoomed footage. There is noticeable noise introduced by the digital zoom, and the image quality feels closer to 2.7K rather than 4K. That said, I still appreciate having the zoom option, even though I personally don't use this camera for zooming. To be fair, no action camera's digital zoom delivers perfect results, but it's a feature that's nice to have. Another drawback is that the 2x zoom isn't gradual, it jumps straight from the 1x to 2x. 7. Warping. All action cameras experience some warping due to their ultra-wide field of view, but I've noticed that the Insta360 Ace Pro 2's dewarp mode actually introduces even more edge distortion compared to other action cameras. As shown in this video, you can see how the two buildings appear stretched and distorted even with dewarp enabled. The linear mode also produces similar results. This video clearly shows how both buildings are noticeably warped along the edges. This is the result of maintaining wider field of view, while I've observed other action cameras have slightly narrower field of view. You tell me guys, which one would you prefer? Wider field of view or lesser distortion? 8. Gesture control. With the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, they introduced gesture controls similar to what we've seen on smartphones. However, I found that the responsiveness of this feature still needs improvement. Most of the time it doesn't register my gesture, but I really struggle to get this command to work consistently. It might be an issue with my hand positioning, or perhaps I'm doing something wrong. While it's nice to have this feature, I can say I really enjoyed using it. 9. Sudden exposure changes. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2 shows some lag when adapting to the changing lighting conditions, reaching with sudden jumps in exposure. While this doesn't happen all the time, I've noticed it in scenes with significant shifts in lighting. I believe this could be easily fixed with a firmware update, but if I don't mention it or no one brings it up, chances are it won't get addressed, right? 10. Now, I couldn't find the 10th cone. Sorry guys, I tried so hard to find it, but there is nothing else left. So what are my final thoughts? Despite its pros and cons, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is an impressive action camera that aims to simplify the user experience, especially for beginners. The company Insta360 is innovating rapidly and has managed to surpass expectations compared to competitors like Dji and GoPro. Many of the drawbacks I mentioned here could likely be resolved through firmware updates. As highlighted at the beginning, I purchased this camera with my own money and have used it extensively during my trips to Japan and in Dubai. So I want to share my honest experience without any external influence. My goal is to help you decide whether to buy this camera or not. However, I genuinely enjoyed many of the features it offers, but without the feedback, progress won't happen, right? So if you decide to buy this camera, you can find my affiliate link below. I'm just getting started to this channel while I have other channels in different languages, and as you can see, I don't have any subscribers yet. If you think I've earned it, I really appreciate your subscription and a like on this video. And thanks for watching my video. Hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.